Hello again. I'm William Vinson. My website's yeswilliam.com. I'm trying to help in teaching what I know anyway in the program so that some of those that have been asking me questions can follow the steps one by one and hopefully be able to do it. I know a lot of the tutorials and written instructions and everything are really difficult to understand, and sometimes you just got to go through it and work with it for a while. Now they talk about using Canva for doing thumbnails. Well, I'm going to show you today how to use Keynote to do thumbnails, because I think Keynote's a lot easier than Canva, and for somebody just starting out, easy's good. So I'm going to show you this so that you can understand it better. So let's hopefully everything will work out good. So get me out of the way first. I've done that before where I didn't, so here we are. We're on the page for YouTube here, but Keynote's down here at the bottom, you see, and it's got a little avatar of its own, or emoji, or whatever you want to call it. Works like that anyway. So whenever it finally decides to jump up here where we can see it, there you go. See, now I created that one that went on today's video, but I'm just going to show you some things so that you can do your own. We'll go over here to File, and I'm going to open a new one. I'll tell you what, let's get rid of that one while we're at it. Okay, so you got all these canvases to work with, different kinds, just depending on what suits your fancy, I guess. Layouts, colors, grid patterns, things of that nature. Plain white, plain black, a gradient where it just kind of runs from one color to another. And these pictures are all replaceable, see. So you want to do like say for instance, we just go with this one because I happen to have a screenshot up there. And see, it'll come up and you can go to the master, and there's a bunch of different canvases using this master then. And for the sake of illustration, I mean, you can do them with bullets and stuff, but generally on a YouTube thumbnail, you want a little bit more than just text, because they can't see it really on there anyway, and you want to grab their attention. And when you go into branding, you want to have your picture on there so that you get branded. So this is why I choose this one here. You could use this one here if you wanted more words, I guess, but it don't really matter. But for the sake of this, we're just going to choose this one. Now I'm going to show you how this works. I got a screenshot up here. I'm going to insert right here where this picture is, and you can see it's on my desktop. Just pull the picture over, drag and drop, poof, and there it is. Now I got my picture up there. Now in these things, if you don't want to use one of these, if you just click on it, you can take it right out of the screen and start over. And it's got kind of a template on its own. And if you want to add a text to it, you can take a text and add it to it. Now I'm going to show you a little trick here that I learned. We'll type something in there. Working with Keynote. Now you see, you can come over here, highlight it, go over to font size and blow it up however you want to blow it up. I'm going to show you a little trick though, if it works anyway. Take that off and pull it up here, and you'll have two of them. If you want to do that again, highlight it and do it again, you can have 3 of them. Now, to show you the purposes in something like that, so you can see what I'm talking about, we'll highlight this one, and we'll come over here to the color codes, and we'll pick a different color. Say like we want to, let's go with this color for here. We're going to make and highlight this one. Come back over here to color and make sure it took. And say we want to do this away with this one. And do the third color. Well, we could probably leave it about black and do okay, but just already did it anyway, so let's do like this. Let's go and make it blue. Now I'm going to show you what you can do with these things, because you remember we made 3 of them. Now they're going to be on different layers on the screen, so when you put one on top of the other, you see what you can do with it for shadow work, that kind of thing. You see that one was whichever layer you're working with. So the working is on the top, so we'll move it down and move this one in there. Then it's got a double shadow. Well, you can't really read that, can you? But you can. You get an idea. What I used to do, see, I would take it, I would just put this one back to black. We'll move it down here out of the way, and I'm going to move that one up, and I'm going to make this one, I'm going to make it yellow just so it works better for me anyway. It might not make any difference to anybody else, but I'm going to make it yellow. And bright yellow. Well, it didn't change that one, so we're not on the key yet. See if it moved it. Didn't move it still. Let's try this. Let's just exit out and come back to it then. Yeah, it did that time, didn't it? We're going to take it yellow and take it real bright yellow. And it seemed like, now let's see what we can do with this one. This is what I used to do when I first started doing the videos, was like this, so you'd stand out better on the page. I don't know that the purple one would help it any. I guess maybe if it was a lighter color it might. Let's try that. Let's make it yellow too. See, and say yellow's on the bottom also. We'll make yellow on the top. And make just the black stand out. Oops, I was wrong, wasn't I? Which one's the center one? They're both under it, aren't they? Okay, well anyway, you get the idea. We'll make this one black. See if we got it right. And make this one yellow. See if we can stack them up like that. See if we got it right. We got one on the bottom, don't we? Well, okay, we're just going to use that. We're going to get rid of this one here. We just delete it and get rid of the whole thing. As soon as it'll let me get rid of it. Just get it off the screen. Now I'm going to show you something else now. I picked a flower over here out of my gallery, or set a couple of them so you can see this. Now you have to put the flower just like it is in the gallery. So you can make it any size you want to, move it around. Here's another flower I got from my gallery. We can put it on there. Now if you're doing advertising for something with flowers or anything, you know, it really don't matter. I've taken smiley faces, you know, the emojis and stuff, and done it with them too. Now, here's you something else you can do with text. See, I left this box here. It just goes away. So you want to make you a special 2 different texts, or you can do this with text up here too. You can add these texts all over and even do 1 letter at a time. I did one that had all different colors, and you just highlight one letter at a time like this, and come over here to the color thing, and you can make, say you make that one yellow, you come over here to O, you come over here to the color board, move it down. Well, it didn't take. Okay, now let's try it and see if it took. It took that time. We'll come over to red, and see, you can go all the way down this thing. If you want to make them bigger, you come over to the size. It'll take the size up, the font size. If you want to make it a different script, as long as you got it highlighted, it'll do that too. Make it bigger still. Okay, now say you got everything on there you want to get, and you saw how I took those out, and they got shapes up here. You can use all kinds of shapes. You can take a shape, bring it in here, and it changes the colors up in these boxes, whatever color you might want it. And even with color fill, gradient fill, see how that works, or it's not all one color. It starts out yellow into blue from the colors, and kind of green in the middle. Okay, so you got everything up there you want to get. All you got to do is take a screenshot of this, and I don't know how on yours it works. I don't know, Mac it's Shift Command 5, and they got the things down here. You can take the whole screen, or a selected window, or selected portion. What we're going to do is a selected window, and you can move it around however you want it, however big you want it, or however small you want it, by doing like that. And then you come over here to capture, and there's your thumbnail. It's whatever kind of thumbnail you want. You saw all the patterns and everything that goes with it, so you got to capture it like that. Now it takes a picture of it, and you can see over here where the screenshot on the side, and you can use that in your YouTube. Now you saw the first one that I had, and when you come up to, when you're uploading a video, because you got to go to here to upload, down at the bottom of it. Let's see if we can get it to work. We're going to go here. We're not even going to put a video in, but I'm going to show you where you go with it, okay? Well, I don't guess it will until you get a video going. I can cancel this one, I suppose, if I got one. It might not let me do this one. I've already done it once. Okay. Down here at the bottom, in this spot here, a custom thumbnail. You go to the custom thumbnail, and you can go up for the screenshot. Click on that screenshot, choose it, and it'll upload that screenshot right there. See? That's just what we made just a minute ago. I'm going to cancel this if I can somehow. Actually, might just exit out. Leave page. Yeah, so that way it don't make the thumbnail. Go back to my channel and make sure it didn't, because it might save that up in there. See, it didn't save it, so we're good to go. But that's how you make a thumbnail with Keynote. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If you did, like and subscribe, and have a great night.